And I know that it's a bit chilly, but we are very fortunate to have some very, very impressive speakers coming to bring us some greetings and say a few words. So let's get started right away.
I can't express in words how disappointed and how awful it feels for these employees of SGEU to be locked out by a union. CEP is extremely disappointed in SGEU as a trade union. These members, in our view, just sort of aren't just employees, but they work day in and day out, all kinds of extra hours, supporting the members of SGEU, supporting them in their bargaining, supporting them at grievances, supporting them by doing schools and instructing them. And in my view, these folks are very, very strong trade unionists. They want to go back to work. They want to work for SGEU members. They want to help them. SGEU members need them. So we're asking SGEU to come back to the table and let's get a settlement.
First of all, let me say on behalf of the Federation of Labor Executive Officers, Wanda Bartlett, our recording secretary, Marvin Michael, our treasurer, and our entire executive council, we're here to show our support for workers who are engaged in a dispute. And the Federation of Labor will stand with workers when they deem it necessary to walk a picket line. And so we're here to support you in your efforts to get a fair and equitable collective agreement. Get back to the bargaining table is my plea to both parties, because the only way you're going to get this resolved is by negotiating a settlement that can result in you getting back on the job. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Solidarity, brothers and sisters, we'll walk with you on this line until you get a settlement. Thank you very much.
On November 6, 2007, the Saskatchewan Government and General Employees Union locked out its workers. Why did SGEU resort to this anti-worker, anti-union tactic? Because the members of CEP Local 481 refused to accept the concessions demanded by the employer. We have been trying to bargain a collective agreement with SGEU for 2.5 years. SGEU leaders wanted to accept a 0%, 1%, and 2% wage package, an increase lower than the rate of inflation, even though most SGEU members and SGEU's out-of-scope managers received a 10% wage increase plus bonuses during the same period. They also want to erode our sick leave and pension benefits. They have already unilaterally eliminated the indexing to our pension plan, so our retired union members are suffering too. We stand here today in solidarity with our union sisters and brothers to say that this kind of concession bargaining is not acceptable. Not to us and not to the union movement as a whole. What kind of credibility do you think SGEU leaders will have when they try to bargain new collective agreements for their members in the next round? SGEU is giving employers a green light to demand concessions at the bargaining table and then lock out their workers if they refuse to give in. We want to be working side by side with our members to ensure that the privatization of public services doesn't happen and that there is no attack on the public sector and its workers. But we will not go back to work until a handful of leaders who are making decisions in SGEU agree to bargain a fair contract and to treat their own workers with dignity and respect. There's just too much at stake for all of us. An injury to one is an injury to all. Thank you.
My brothers and sisters, I have to say I am saddened to have to be here today. I'm saddened that a labor dispute has resulted in my union allies walking a picket line. I'm saddened that my CEP sisters and brothers have to brave the cold while locked out and left without a contract.
Here, here.
And I'm saddened to know that more individuals in our labor community will suffer from this labor dispute, including those members of the Saskatchewan Government and General Employees Union who have been so excellently served by their staff representative over the years. So on the behalf of the 22,500 members of the Regina and District Labour Council, our thoughts and solidarity are with you. And our greatest wish is for a speedy resolution and a fair contract to be signed.
I was a member of the Strike Strategy Committee meeting that happened just a week or so ago, and I was pleased that the committee unanimously decided that we should attempt to have a third party brought in to try and get both sides back to the table and work out a deal. And as of yet, I haven't heard what has happened there, but I know Brother Hubick is working hard trying to get something going there. So be strong, stick together, and this will all get itself worked out in the end. Thanks.
It seems strange to people that people who work for a union would need a union. And quite often those who aren't familiar with the way unions work think it's kind of funny that we would have to have a union. They think it's odd, it's incongruous. But we do need a union, and we need a union for the same reasons that the members we service need their union, because we want more for ourselves, more for our families, and more for our communities. And we don't want to be handed our benefits, our wages, based on someone else's needs, someone else's priorities, and someone else's decisions. You have the support of our over 400 members from across the country, and I've been hearing from people in Nova Scotia and British Columbia and Alberta and Manitoba asking how they can show support. So we're forwarding that on to you.
Solidarity is not a feeling of vague compassion or shallow distress at the misfortune of so many people, both near and far. On the contrary, it is a firm and persevering determination to commit oneself to the common good. That is to say, to the good of all and of each individual, because we are all really responsible for all. Thanks. Solidarity forever.
I know I speak for CEP 481 when I thank all of you for coming out today. Please continue your support, and let's see an end to this lockout. Thank you.